I'm not going to make him confess at gunpoint, I said. I'm just going to make him confess. But if he tries to kill me, I'm going to kill him first. If I have to shoot him before I have proof, I don't want anybody to trace it back to me. That's why I can't use one of my dad's guns. The man nodded. That makes sense. But it would be irresponsible for me to sell you a gun knowing that you might kill an innocent man. He's not innocent. You said you don't have proof. I have my own eyes. Being able to prove it isn't the same as being positive. You know what? Screw it. I'll sell you a gun. There's going to be a surcharge, though. What kind of surcharge? The chubby 14-year-old surcharge. It's a new thing. No, you said you'd sell me an untraceable pistol for $300. And now it's $400. That's how the free market works. You'll learn that someday when you get out of elementary school. I brought the amount we agreed to over the phone. Yeah? Well, over the phone you messed with your voice to make yourself sound older. He had me there. I'd put a cloth over the mouthpiece. I only have $300. Then run on home and crack open your piggy bank or ask your mommy for an advance on your allowance. Tell her the ice cream man raised his prices. You're an asshole, I told him. Well, yeah, I could have told you that. Now are you going to make me wash out your mouth with soap? I guess we're done then. You're lucky I can't contact the Better Business Bureau. You know what? $350. I literally only brought $300. You know why? Because on the phone you told me the price was $300. I assumed that old people like you kept their word. Where'd you get that much money anyway? I mowed a lot of lawns, I told him. I was lying. I'd taken the money from my dad's safe. Yes, I was the kind of kid who snooped through his father's desk and found the safe combination. There was quite a bit of money in there, because Dad didn't trust banks very much and wanted to have cash on hand in case of an emergency. I doubted he ever pulled the stacks of bills out of there to count them, so my plan was to gradually replace what I'd taken before he noticed it was missing. You got anything else valuable on you? He asked. What about that watch? It's a cheap, scratched-up watch. Yeah, that's a piece of crap. Nobody would buy that. What about your shoes? Then I'd have to make up a story to my parents about how I lost my shoes. I'm too old to just lose a pair of shoes. Fine. $300. The only reason I'm doing this is so I didn't drive all the way out here for nothing. But do you see the way I'm looking at you right now? What I'm doing is memorizing your face. So if I find out that an innocent person got shot, I'll be able to describe you to the sketch artist. I was confident that he wouldn't go to the police and tell them he'd sold an illegal firearm to a 14-year-old boy. But I didn't call him out on that because I wanted to move this transaction along. That's fair, I said. He reached under one of the pillows and took out a pistol. Then he reached under another pillow and took out a small box of ammunition. This gun looks kind of shitty, I said. It is shitty. You should have specified that you wanted a non-shitty gun when we spoke on the phone. It won't blow up in your hand and it'll fire a bullet at whatever you point it at. What kind of gun is it? I asked. How the hell should I know? It's a gun with the serial number filed off. You want a scholarly dissertation, go to a licensed dealer. Now, you do know that the gun itself is untraceable, but that they can trace a bullet back to the gun, right? So if they dig the bullet out of the person you used it in self-defense against, and they find the gun under your bed, they can do some tests to say that the bullet was fired from that specific gun. What I'm saying is get rid of it when you're done. I will, thanks. I took the wad of bills out of my pocket and handed it to him. He quickly flipped through the bills, counting them. Okay, we're good. I honestly thought you were going to hand me a jar of pennies. I unzipped my backpack and put the gun and ammunition inside. Then I slid the door all the way open. Hey, kid? Yeah? Be careful. I mean that. You're a little jerk, but I don't want you to get hurt. I'll be as careful as I possibly can, I said, getting out of the van. As I walked away from the old house, I suddenly felt sick to my stomach. This was one great big step closer to being real now. I might indeed have to kill the man who'd abducted my best friend.